World War II veteran bombardier Lieutenant Richard Patterson, age 96, had one dying wish: to sit in a B-17 one more time. His grandson posted on social media asking if anyone could help. A historical aircraft foundation saw the post and arranged for Richard to visit a restored B-17 at an airshow. When Richard arrived in his wheelchair, he saw the bomber and wept. The crew helped him into the bombardier's position in the nose of the aircraft. Richard touched the instruments and said, "I'm home." He sat there for 20 minutes in silence, transported back 75 years. The aircraft's crew asked if he wanted to share his story. Richard explained that he had flown 35 missions over Europe and lost half his crew on the final mission. His best friend, the navigator, died in his arms at 20,000 feet. "I held Tommy while he died, and I've carried that for 75 years, Richard said. "I always felt guilty that I survived, and he didn't." An elderly man in the crowd stepped forward and said, "Lieutenant Patterson, I'm Tommy's nephew. My uncle wrote letters about you. He said you were the bravest man he knew." He handed Richard a letter Tommy had written to his family before that final mission. "If something happens to me, tell Richard Patterson that knowing him was the greatest honor of my life. Tell him to live well for both of us and never feel guilty. I chose to serve, just like he did." Richard had never known this letter existed. He read it through tears and finally said, "Tommy, I tried to live well. I hope I made you proud." Tommy's nephew embraced Richard and said, "You did, sir. You absolutely did. My family has honored Uncle Tommy for 75 years, and he always spoke of you in his letters. You were brothers." Richard passed away 3 weeks later, finally at peace. At his funeral, Tommy's family attended, bringing together two families separated by war, but united by love and sacrifice. Richard's grandson said in his eulogy, "Grandpa spent 75 years carrying guilt, but in his final days, he found peace. He learned that his friend never blamed him, and that survival wasn't a betrayal, but a responsibility to honor the fallen by living fully."